to vote. The question now before the House is, shall this bill become law notwithstanding the objections to the governor? According to the Constitution of the State of Maine, a two-thirds vote of the members present voting is necessary to override the objections of the governor. According to the Constitution, the vote will be taken by the yeas and nays. A vote of yes will be in favor of the bill. A vote of no will be in favor of sustaining the veto of the governor. The chair recognizes the representative from Calais, Representative Maker.
Mr. Speaker, ladies and gentlemen of the House, I seem to have the voice for children that are being abused. I'm not opposed to child care workers. I think their regulations are sometimes too far and shouldn't be that way. That was the purpose of the committee's decision to have rulemaking, and also for the working group that was recently approved. I've told you about the number of cases that have occurred in daycare provider already, and I'm not going to repeat that. But the big issue that I see, both by the chief executive and by the commissioner of DHS, was on the subsidy money that students, parents need to have to help with their child care. I wrote a letter to DHS, and I'm going to read you parts of the letter and their response to know how important this money is. I had talked to several parents in my hometown, along with some people from Bangor. They strongly feel that there should be an easier access to the subsidy program for those who qualify. As you can see I don't have the Bangor survey, so I won't do that. It used to be much easier for parents to apply. Both moms informed me that not only did it take forever to get the application, it sometimes got lost in the process. One example is that they applied and then they were mailed another application, basically asking the very same questions. And they provided an envelope with the application. However, on the last page of the application, it was a totally different address for them to mail the form. Most mail it in an envelope provided, which then slows the process down, and in fact, was told by the supervisor of DHS location, I was told if the supervisor of DHS location hadn't researched where it was and found it, it would still probably be out there floating around. Both of these moms were hard-working moms. One mom with 3 children, one set of twins, had a full-time job, and her husband was working 3 jobs and only needed a little help in child care. The other mom worked at the daycare full-time and had 1 child.
Would the representative defer? Would the minority leader please take conversations into the hallway? Thank you. The representative may proceed.
And her husband was working 3 jobs and only needed a little help in child care. The other mom worked in daycare full-time and had 1 child and is attending school. My understanding is that Maine declines to set a timeline for eligibility determination. I'm a little surprised at this because most of us have deadlines. The other part of it is when they're found eligible, payment is not retroactive, which means there's no pressure in getting this done in a timely manner. Most care providers can't afford to wait a couple of months. If they could, it would be impossible for them to get paid for the previous weeks. The reply I received from that was, these points you raise are consistent with many of the public comments resulting from the February 3rd public hearing and written comment request to the Child Care Development Fund state plan. We are presently in the process of responding in writing to all the public comments. We'll be sure to notify you as soon as these comments are posted publicly. Your constituents have brought up many points that validate this decision DHHS has made to redesign the state-funded child care system beginning later this year. We have been working with a consultant since 2015 to create a vision and implementation plan for a more effective and user-friendly system. One of the major goals of the redesign is to significantly revise the application process to allow for all eligible families to access child care subsidy more easily. I could go on, but that to me says there is a problem here. It's not because the money isn't being taken, it's not available so that the people can apply for it. I also feel very strongly that this whole process for this bill has been, the committee did a great job in trying to reach all child care providers. They listened, and because they listened is because of the rules that we're going to have, the process if this passes, and also because of the committee they set up when the work group. So I hope that you will support our children and vote to override this veto.
Is the House ready for the question? Chair open the vote. Sergeant Arms will secure the chamber. call of absentees. I recognize Representative Orno, Representative Tipping Spitz.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I wish to be recorded as a yay.
Representative will be recorded as yay. First call of absentees. Second call of absentees. All now voted. Chair close the vote. Clerk will run the total. Chair will announce the vote. 100 having voted in the affirmative and 49 in the negative. 100 being more than 2/3 of the members present. The veto is not sustained. So objection to all matters having been acted upon being sent forthwith, with the exception of matters being held. Hearing none. Order sent forthwith.